What? This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience. Oh my goodness. Would you like to review, content warning before, which contains spoilers normally in the game? Content warnings can be able to... No, I don't want spoilers. Playing Doki Doki, you agree that you have noted the game's age rating in your region. You consent to exposure of highly disturbing... okay. What? I was just told to try this game. What's disturbing about this? Okay, Chad. That is my name. Hey! Do I hit play? So, auto? Ah! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air. She's totally oblivious to the attention. Oh, I cannot read that fast. Holy crap. Oh shit, your friend, it kind of works out. Okay, can I hit that again? Okay. Whoa, you know the kind of friend you've never seen yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. Oh, I just click. Duh. We used to walk to school together on these days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better running off. Oh, feel better. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let, I'm going to butcher this, Sayori catch up to me. Okay, I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You just you just say that like you weren't thinking about ignoring me. Yeah, maybe. That's mean, Chad. Yeah, hey, well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. You did wait for me after all. I mean, I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. You know, that is close. Yeah, see, whatever you say. Damn it. This game already knows me and I just played it. Just started. Cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, are we going to leave, like, the scenery? Are we going to go to school? Like, this looks like apartments. You decided on a club to join yet? Yeah, a club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. You lying asshole. Didn't see, did I? Sure, it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sawyer likes to say a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Jesus. Well, I don't watch anime, so... Aha. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. At least promise me you'll try a little. Yeah, I guess. I promise you that. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. Yeah, or she just like phased into existence. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Okay. You don't need to wait up for me. It's if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you would come to my club. Oh, crap. Sayori, there's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Oh, look at the face. Look at the little lips. Look at them. They're so cute. Okay. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Oh. Not that I was aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I'd bring in a new member. You lying. How dare you? And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Oh, okay, cupcakes, I'll do it. Don't make promises you can't keep. Damn it. Can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to plan all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop for a cupcake. Yes! Let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs. A section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Girl 1, okay. Welcome to a literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy. So girl 1 and girl 2, okay. No names. Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Chad, what a nice surprise. I don't even know who you are. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Mwah! What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Chad. Whoa, what are you doing? Whoa, chill. Monica smiles sweetly, like, chill. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little fake. Fake? Is that gonna be the word? You too, Monica. Come sit down, Chad. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. And how about I make some tea as well? Oh, wow. A few desks around to form a table. Sayori mentioned... Sayori, oh shit, I'm mixing words now. Sayori mentioned it's been widened so there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! I got a feeling these cupcakes don't look good. Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Oh, they're cute, okay. I had no idea you were so good at baking. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, and Monica, I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. Can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Whoa, chill. She waiting for me to take a bite? Finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't heard this before. Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you, you dummy. Alright. Jeez. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Yeah, I guess. I don't really read. I'm kinda dumb. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Whoa. That's not... Oh, hey, look at the face. Oh. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Oh. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? Actually, I was forced into this, so I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically trapped here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here. That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for many of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica is really a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Wow, then I'm surprised there are more people in the club. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But to make school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right. Oh yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Oh wow. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Chad, what kinds of things do you like to read? Hentai, anime. No, I'm just kidding. Consider how little I've read these past few years. I don't really have a good way of answering that. Yeah. Manga? Really? Ugh. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up and looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing your sad smile. Oh no. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh, crap. I read a horror book once. Desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. For real. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. Oh, she likes those mushy-gushy books. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Felt like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. Uh-oh. And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. So you already what the? I don't know that word. Oh. Anyways, I'm dumb. Behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a member, I think it will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Chad? Oh, man. Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. So Yuri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, oh, they all look so sad. All of them. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I ain't that. Aww. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Oh, look. By will, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, so happy. She wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks. Okay, everyone. think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we all can share. Monica looks over at me once more. Chad, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Oh, goodness. This guy. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Chad, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Yuri and I never walk home together anymore because she always stays after school for clubs. Sure. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member would like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem. Alright. Hi again, Chad. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. I just got a poem, you know. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Oh, well, let's calm down. Let's calm down, okay? Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like, he just whoa. Hey, feisty over there. So you always told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year and last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry. Chad always gives it his best, as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. So that's because your room's so messy it's distracting. You almost set your house on fire. That's so. You really are good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Whoa. How come you and Chad can become good friends too? Whoa. Oh, look at the face. Oh. Sayori. Yeah, no, chill. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Oh, look at her! Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. Okay, well, what is it, though? Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. That's so Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you will want it to be. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you want to. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it on your own at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Everyone's settled in. I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book, and I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slump down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. Close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. Probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual, but it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone, something that speaks to their creative minds. Doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place. And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Oh, hell yeah. Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Suki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is, then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I ended up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Oh, okay. I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Oops, sorry. Wait, actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? Actually, doesn't. You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? We need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. Whoa, that's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. It's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair's just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's toothpaste stain on your collar right there. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger, but nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. You don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Oh my god, I'm just like laying it in there. Jeez, that's super mean. Sorry, but you'll like me later. I started to button up her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Huh? Don't say that. You make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess? Hey, be careful. Whoa. Button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Oh my goodness, if you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Oh my god, whoa, whoa. Don't say that out loud, what's wrong with you? Anyway, you look much better now, so why does it feel strange to see Sioni's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Tori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew! It's so much better. Tori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing? Jeez. Well, anyways, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. Jeez, dude. Gosh, it's a deal. Because we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. You know what? You said it. So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. You're doing it again. But I was joking that time. It's impossible to tell with you. Okay, everyone. Huh? Monica suddenly calls out, why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Chad, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically put out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem first? Who should I show my poem to first? I don't know. Yeah, let's show it to Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. Yeah, and she got me a book, so, I mean, that makes sense. You know, be nice. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. Just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Look, I know I wrote a really bad poem, okay? I just clicked on random words. Okay, this is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? Because it's so noticeable. I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No, wait, what? Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. She buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes, her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki could be a little bit biased, though. Biased? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's totally fine. Not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Alright, Ghost Under the Light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such trouble handwriting. No, it's good. It's good. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. It took you a long time. I'm a slow reader. I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. Really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts? Oh, actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. It's about her, isn't it? Totally missed the point. I only glance over after all, but remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. It's a lot more solemn putting it that way. Hadn't even noticed. Impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, okay, yeah, maybe. I guess I'll just have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Okay. I'm gonna save this. And I'm gonna come back to this. Because this is a lot of reading, so... But, yeah, you know what, this isn't bad. I'll keep playing this. I'll keep giving this a try. It's entertaining. It's mildly entertaining, so... Yeah. Alright. Thanks. And, see what happens later. Next time.